My sister mocked me for being adopted until Pop forgot every name but mine. I was adopted at 6, and my sister Nadia made sure I never forgot it. Every argument ended the same way. You're lucky they took you in. You're not actually one of us. She said it so often I started to believe it. Our parents loved me. I knew that. But Nadia had a way of making the word real feel like a door that was always closed to me. The only person who never made me feel like a guest was Pop. Pop was my dad's father, and he'd come over from a tiny fishing village in the Azores when he was 19. His English never fully took. 50 years here, and he still spoke in broken pieces, slipping into Portuguese whenever he got excited or tired. Most of the family treated him like background noise by then, nodding politely and moving on. Nadia barely looked up from her phone when he talked. But when I was 8, Pop pulled me onto the porch swing, pointed at the moon, and said a word in Portuguese. I repeated it back wrong, and he laughed so hard he wheezed. That was the first lesson. I didn't even realize it was a lesson. For years, it stayed our secret. While everyone else tuned him out, I'd sit with Pop after dinner and he'd teach me the names of the fish, the words to the songs from his village festival, the prayers his mother used to whisper. I bought workbooks and hid them under my mattress. I practiced in the shower, on the bus, mouthing the sounds until they felt like mine. Pop started calling me Marinero, his little sailor. He said I had the patience of a man who waits for the tide. Nadia, meanwhile, built her whole identity around being the real grandchild. She'd post old photos of Pop's fishing boat with long captions about her roots and her heritage, even though she couldn't say a single word he grew up with. One Sunday, she caught me practicing in the yard and snorted. "Why do you even bother? You're not related to him. You're just playing dress up with someone else's family." She said it loud enough for the cousins to hear, then laughed and walked off. At dinner that night, she announced how connected she felt to that side of the family, while Pop sat 3 feet away, struggling to follow a language that was never his. Then last winter, Pop had a stroke. When he came home from the hospital, something had shifted. The English was almost gone. He'd look at all of us with this lost, frightened expression, like he'd woken up in a country full of strangers. He stopped answering to names. He'd grip the arms of his chair and repeat the same phrase over and over, "Cadê o meu marinheiro?" And nobody in the family had any idea what it meant. The doctors called it confusion. Nadia called it so sad and went back to scrolling. They planned his 90th birthday anyway, half a goodbye disguised as a party.